The chamber was sealed in crystal, lost in the layers of collapsed stone and ivy-covered steel. It had been buried beneath the ruins of Lasara Prime, a once great city that now lay silent on a long-forgotten alien world. Jace Morrow wasn't supposed to be here. As a junior xenoarchaeologist, he was just tagging along with a salvage team. But when his scanner pinged an energy source far below the surface, something faint, old, and pulsing like a dying heartbeat, he'd ignored the rules and dug deeper. Alone. Now. Dust clung to his hair and skin as he stared into the crystal chamber. Inside lay a woman. Her skin was silver gold and flawless, her body adorned in ancient ceremonial armor inlaid with runes. Her long hair floated around her like a halo. A small gem glowed dimly at her collarbone, an echo of power. She didn't breathe, didn't move, but somehow she wasn't dead. Jace knelt beside the containment console and wiped off centuries of grime. The runes were older than anything he'd studied, older even than the Imperial Empire's oldest language fragments. But he recognized a few. Royal. Sacrifice. Dormant. His breath caught. "You're not a tomb," he whispered. "You're a prison." He didn't know what made him do it. Maybe it was curiosity, or the quiet pain on her face, as if she had died crying. Maybe it was how the runes seemed to call to him. He reached out and touched the crystal. A pulse of energy jolted through his hand. Painful, electric, ancient. The gem in her throat flashed bright. Then she gasped. The woman arched off the floor of the chamber, her chest heaving as if she had just surfaced from drowning. The crystal cracked in a spiderweb pattern, then shattered entirely. Jay stumbled back, eyes wide. She fell to her knees, trembling, long lashes fluttering open to reveal glowing violet eyes. "Where am I?" she asked in a voice like wind through metal. Her accent was strange, but understandable. Her gaze locked on Jace. "You woke me," she whispered. They sat in silence around a small fire hours later, inside a makeshift tent Jace rigged near the dig site. Her name was Serenia, and she was no ordinary woman. "1,000 years ago," she began, "I ruled Lasara. We were attacked by the Voidborn, a swarm of machines from beyond the edge of the known stars. I used the Heartstone to seal the capital, and myself in stasis. I hoped to protect the last remnant of my people's knowledge. But no one came." Jace listened, stunned. "We thought your world was lost during the fall of the Silver Systems. No one even remembers the names anymore." She looked away, sorrow etched into her features. "Then my sacrifice meant nothing." "It meant everything," Jay said, kneeling in front of her. "You preserved your people's legacy. And maybe more. That energy crystal, the Heartstone, you said it kept you alive?" Serenia nodded weakly. "Only one with resonance can activate it. I bound it to the royal bloodline." Jace blinked. "But I'm not related to you." She looked at him more closely now, confusion flickering behind her eyes. Then a slow, eerie realization dawned. "Perhaps you are." Over the next 2 days, Jace and Serenia explored the ruins together. With her guidance, ancient archives reactivated, glowing softly. She moved through the city's remains like a ghost, touching walls that once stood tall, temples now fallen to dust. Jace watched her carefully. There was a gentleness to her, despite the power she clearly held. When she placed her palm on a ruined monolith, the cracked stone reformed slightly beneath her hand. "You were more than a queen," he said softly. "I was their protector," she replied, brushing dust from a glyph. "But I failed." He shook his head. "You're here now. Maybe the galaxy needs you again." She paused, eyes softening. "And what of you, Jace Morrow? Why did you touch the crystal?" He hesitated. I don't know. It just felt right. Like something inside me recognized you." She stepped closer. Then perhaps you are the last echo of Lysara's bloodline, a descendant of those who fled before the sealing. He swallowed hard. Is that why I could wake you? No, she whispered. You woke me because you cared. That night, under the twin moons of the broken world, Serenia stood barefoot among the ruins. The wind danced through her hair, and the stars shone above like 1,000 watching eyes. Jay stepped beside her. I don't think I was meant to find you, he said, but I'm glad I did. She turned to him. You gave me something no machine, no magic could. Hope, after 1,000 years of silence. They stood close now, closer than before. His heart pounded. Serenia, he began. She reached out, her hand gentle against his chest. You brought my heart back to life, Jace. Not just with a stone, but with your soul. He leaned forward, hesitating. She smiled, and then their lips met, soft, unsure, but full of warmth. In that moment, the heartstone flared to life once more on her chest, casting a light so bright it lit the sky. From the ruins, deep echoes awakened, systems humming, lights flickering to life. The city stirred, no longer a tomb, but a sleeping giant returning to the world. They left together weeks later. Serenia, the reborn queen of the stars, and Jace, the last blood of Lysara. Together, they would revive her people's legacy. And as they walked into the cosmos side by side, one thing was certain. 1,000 years ago, her heart had stopped, but now, because of him, it beat stronger than ever.